Channel Starwire Daily. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. It's 3 a.m., you're scrolling through your phone, and suddenly you see it. The headline that makes your heart skip a beat. Regina Hall and Anna Faris together again in a brand new scary movie. No, you're not dreaming. After more than a decade of silence, whispers, and broken promises, Hollywood's most beloved comedy duo is officially back to terrorize our funny bones once more. But here's what they don't want you to know. This comeback almost never happened. The behind-the-scenes drama, the secret negotiations, the shocking reason Anna Faris walked away in the first place. It's a story so twisted, it could be a horror movie itself. Welcome back to Starwire Daily, where we dive deep into the stories that matter. I'm your host, and today, we're about to uncover the incredible journey that brought these two comedy queens back from the Hollywood graveyard. Trust me, by the time we're done here, you'll understand why this isn't just a movie announcement. It's a cultural resurrection. Let's rewind to 2006. Scary Movie 4 hits theaters, and audiences worldwide are crying with laughter as Regina Hall's Brenda and Anna Faris's Cindy Campbell deliver some of the most quotable lines in comedy history. The chemistry between these two was electric, undeniable, pure magic. But then silence. Years of silence. What happened next would shock even the most seasoned Hollywood insiders. Anna Faris, the woman who practically built her career on the Scary Movie franchise, made a decision that left fans heartbroken and studio executives scrambling. She walked away. Not from one movie, not from two, but from the entire franchise that made her a household name. For years, we were fed the sanitized version of the story. Creative differences, they said. Scheduling conflicts, they claimed. But the truth? The truth is far more complex, far more human, and far more heartbreaking than anyone could have imagined. Anna Faris didn't just walk away from Scary Movie. She was systematically pushed out. Sources close to the production revealed that as the franchise evolved, so did the power dynamics behind the scenes. New producers, new visions, new priorities. And suddenly, the actress who had been the heart and soul of the franchise found herself being treated like just another replaceable part. The breaking point came during pre-production meetings for what would have been Scary Movie 5. Anna arrived at the studio lot, excited to reprise her iconic role as Cindy Campbell, only to discover that her character had been reduced to a glorified cameo. The scripts she received were barely recognizable. The witty, empowered Cindy she had helped create was being transformed into a one-dimensional joke delivery system. But here's where it gets really interesting. Regina Hall faced the same treatment, but she made a different choice. She stayed, not because she was happy with the direction, but because she understood something that would prove crucial years later. Sometimes you have to play the long game. Regina watched as Scary Movie 5 stumbled at the box office without Anna. She witnessed the franchise lose its soul, its heart, its magic. And quietly, she began planning. This wasn't revenge, this was strategy. For 12 long years, Regina Hall worked tirelessly behind the scenes. She built relationships, she gained influence, she positioned herself not just as an actress, but as a producer with real power. And all the while, she never forgot about her comedy sister, Anna Faris. The entertainment industry loves a comeback story, but what they love even more is a redemption arc. And that's exactly what Regina Hall orchestrated. Using her newfound influence and the changing landscape of Hollywood, where female voices carry more weight than ever before, Regina didn't just pitch a new Scary Movie. She pitched a revolution. The phone call that changed everything happened on a rainy Tuesday afternoon in March 2024. Anna Faris was at her home in Los Angeles, probably thinking about her next podcast episode, when her phone rang. The voice on the other end was familiar, warm, and carried an offer that would make anyone's heart race. Anna, Regina said, and you could hear the smile in her voice. What would you say if I told you we could do this, right? Our way. With respect, with creative control, and with the kind of budget that shows the world we're not just back, we're better than ever. The silence that followed lasted exactly 17 seconds. Anna later described it as the longest 17 seconds of her life. She was thinking about the pain, the disappointment, the way the industry had treated her. But she was also thinking about the magic she and Regina created together, the laughter they brought to millions of people, and the unfinished business that had haunted her dreams for over a decade. "I'm listening," Anna finally whispered, and with those two words, the most anticipated comedy comeback in Hollywood history was born. But getting the green light wasn't easy. Studio executives were skeptical. Could a franchise that had been dormant for so long really capture lightning in a bottle twice? Would audiences still care about characters they hadn't seen in more than a decade? And perhaps most importantly, could Regina Hall and Anna Faris recapture the chemistry that made them so special in the first place? The answer came during their first table read together. The script was still being finalized, the supporting cast was still being assembled, but when Regina and Anna sat across from each other and began reading their lines, something magical happened. It was as if no time had passed at all. The rhythm, the timing, the unspoken understanding between them. It was all still there, maybe even stronger than before. A crew member who was present that day described it as witnessing comedy archaeology. They weren't just reading lines. They were excavating characters they had buried years ago, polishing them off, and discovering they were more precious than anyone remembered. The new Scary Movie isn't just a sequel, it's a statement. A statement about second chances, about the power of female friendship, and about what happens when talent meets opportunity at exactly the right moment. The plot details are being kept under tighter security than state secrets, but what we do know is electrifying. Brenda and Cindy are back, but they're not the same women we left in 2006. They've grown, they've evolved, and they've learned a thing or two about surviving in a world that's scarier than any horror movie. The film promises to tackle modern fears, social media paranoia, true crime obsessions, and a very real horror of adulting in your 30s. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of this comeback is what it represents for Hollywood itself. This isn't just two actresses returning to familiar roles. This is proof that the industry is finally learning to value the things that truly matter: talent, chemistry, and the kind of authentic connection between performers that money can't buy. The supporting cast reads like a who's who of comedy royalty, with several surprise returns that will have franchise fans screaming with delight. Without spoiling anything, let's just say that if you thought you knew which characters were gone forever, think again. Production begins next month with a target release date that has already sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The timing couldn't be more perfect. In a world that feels increasingly serious, increasingly divided, increasingly scary, we need the kind of pure, unapologetic laughter that only Regina Hall and Anna Faris can provide. The marketing campaign promises to be unlike anything we've seen before. Think less traditional movie promotion, more cultural event. The studios are treating this like the comeback it truly is, with appearances, interviews, and behind-the-scenes content that will give fans unprecedented access to the reunion they never thought they'd see. But beyond the business, beyond the marketing, beyond the box office projections, there's something deeply human about this story. It's about friendship that transcends industry politics. It's about talent that refuses to be diminished. It's about second chances and the courage to take them. Anna Faris recently opened up about what this return means to her. "I never stopped loving these characters," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "I never stopped loving this world we created. And I never stopped loving the fans who supported us through everything. This isn't just about making another movie. This is about coming home." Regina Hall echoed those sentiments, but in her own inimitable style. "We're not trying to recapture the past," she explained. "We're trying to honor it while creating something entirely new. The girls are back, but they're women now. And women, well, women are scarier than any ghost or demon Hollywood can dream up." The ripple effects of this announcement are already being felt throughout the industry. Other dormant franchises are suddenly being reconsidered. Other separated creative partnerships are having quiet conversations. Other actresses who walked away from projects are wondering if their time for redemption has also come. This is bigger than just one movie. This is a movement, a a signal that Hollywood is finally ready to embrace the power of female-driven comedy in a way they never have before. The success of this film won't just determine whether we get more scary movie sequels. It will determine whether we get more opportunities for women to control their own narratives in an industry that has historically controlled them. The early buzz from industry insiders is overwhelmingly positive. Test audiences who have seen early footage describe it as the return of smart, stupid comedy and everything we loved about the originals, but better. The word being whispered in Hollywood circles is phenomenon. But perhaps the most telling sign of how special this project comes from the crew. In an industry known for its mercenary approach to filmmaking, the team assembling around this new scary movie is choosing to work for less money, longer hours, and more demanding schedules because they believe in what they're creating. That's not business, that's passion. As we count down to the official release date, one thing is crystal clear. This isn't just about horror comedy anymore. This is about hope. Hope that great partnerships can survive industry politics. Hope that authentic talent always finds a way to shine. Hope that sometimes the best comeback stories are the ones that take years to unfold. Regina Hall and Anna Faris aren't just returning to the scary movie franchise. They're returning to claim their throne as the undisputed queens of comedy horror. And after everything they've been through, after all the years of separation and struggle, they're not just back. They're back with a vengeance. The scary movie is indeed back, but what's truly terrifying is how good it's going to be. This isn't just a reunion, it's a revolution. And we couldn't be more excited to be scared. So what do you think? Are you ready for the return of Brenda and Cindy? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your thoughts. If this story got you as excited as it got me, smash that like button to let me know, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because trust me, you won't want to miss a single update on this incredible comeback story. Until next time, keep watching, keep wondering, and remember, in Hollywood, the best stories are always the ones they don't want you to know.